Humans are not bound by language or skin. We are tethered by something elusive, a silent, invisible thread connecting us, a thin needle buried quietly within the heart. Yet this connection alone is not enough to truly understand a mother. Indeed, what can we really know about each other? What can we comprehend of motherhood if we have not lived it ourselves, of losing a child or dedicating one's entire existence? How can we advocate without sharing their grief? On the last day of class, I cautiously showed Asha the university paper, an article featuring her as a mother, as an athlete. Her eyes quietly pleaded for silence. Months later, she reached out, wanting to become a voice from many, softly asking to be heard, and she needed my help. Thus began her story, the quiet suffering of a young girl who was fully a mother, with all her regrets and pride, her love, and the fragile innocence of her hope.
Prior to me being contacted by the student writer who wanted to do a story on me, I was trying to find ways to tell my story and to get everything I wanted off my chest about what I was going through and the things that I was facing at the time. One of the writers that worked for the Spectrum, she contacted me wanting to do a story on me about my experience being an athlete and a mother. I knew the story that she was looking for wasn't going to be the story I was going to give her. But the morning the article came out, it was far from what I thought it was going to be. Instead of the truth, it was lies. The timeline was off. There was a lot of misinformation. It really made me feel worse. It did nothing for me but break my spirit and make me want to hide away even more, because it just reminded me how alone I really was. It reminded me that even when I tried to speak out, it kind of made me feel that I shouldn't tell my story. It discouraged me. And it's weird how God brings people in your life, you know? Like whoever, I would have never thought the first day of class that you would be the one that this will all unfold in front of. But it just took you one word, one thing to make it seem like he sees me. The one thing you said at that last day of class was I, you know, who would ever thought like I would want to do my next project on you? It's your life. You're so interesting, your article. And it took that one thing, like, you know, like I said, a lot of people, you know, reached out to me, but I talked to very few people face to face about the article. Most people contacted me that I didn't know on Facebook. They got my number from somebody, and it's like people really see me, and it's for I feel invisible most of the time. So it was nice to feel seen.
Get the baby's coat on.
Daddy, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you.
As you see, we have preparation of going out of the house and going to the hospital. My wife is enduring very welly.
Where's the earrings? They're over there. Where? Over
You see the tension.
there. Aaron, put the shoes in the bag. Put the shoes in the bag.
Put the shoes right in here.
Sweet this.
AJ,
Huh?
Do these things have to be mailed today?
why you?
To leave the
Let's go,
tourist
let's
house
go,
with
come
a
on.
kind of fab. With carry Aviana. Who's gonna carry my bag?
Grandma?
We're gonna have to go first to the hospital. Have to let you No. You don't drop us off. Come on. Come on, Aviana.
Yeah, Mom, that's great.
where we go?
Talk about the I'll make it.
Nothing really made me feel better. Even today, like my daughter, she makes me the happy. Like there's no joy that you feel like when you have a kid. It's just beautiful. But even then, it's like I still can't be as happy as I want to be because I know I killed my first child. Like it's always gonna sit with me, and I don't think I'll ever really be 100% fulfilled with life because I'll always have that pain in me of what I did.
Okay, and you're gonna need some, for when you have the kids. Go do it now, right? Hold the door. Hold her door.
When I got my abortion, you go through a whole process. I was there for about 5 hours. They ask you meet with about 4 different people. They ask you all types of personal questions. You can have the baby, we can adopt it, you can set it up for adoption, we'll help you take care of all these questions. I feel like the last resort they want you to do is to get an abortion. So they make you talk to all these people. And the last woman I spoke to, she was a black woman with dreads. She was really trying to figure out my situation because I didn't want to talk about it. And she asked me if I wanted to see the sonogram of the baby. I said no, automatically. Because I knew if I took one look at that picture, I would change my mind. And that's my biggest regret. I wish I had that picture so bad. I really do. My mom, the woman who can do the impossible. She liked to be called Sorrentini. It's hard to encapsulate her because she's so much more than what words can say. My father, my hero, the man of my dreams. I could remember sitting in church, listening to him preach, doing my best to write down every single word he was saying because I knew one day I wanted to preach those same words.
Lincoln Tunnel, minor delays inbound 10 to 15 minutes out, 30 minutes each way at the Holland Tunnel. Very tough ride right now getting to and over the Outer Bridge crossing. And alternate side parking rules on too. The band, the dancers,
I can't do it at the same time.
brought smiles to the millions of people watching at home or on the street.
I'm big on family. My parents homeschooled all 5 of us. There's 6 of us now, but very close to my family. I'm very close to my father and my mother. A lot of who I am, I can love so much is because I was given so much love. I was taught so much love growing up. I'm scared that my love, just my love, won't be enough for her. I fear she won't be happy because she doesn't have a normal family.
What is the normal family?
To me, a normal family is having your mom and dad in one household, you know, going through regular stuff, you know. It's hard saying that your father just didn't really love me the way I loved him, you know. It's hard for me to say he doesn't love you the way that you would think a father would, you know. It's hard to say that. It's hard. I can say, no doubt, my dad he loves me. There's not a time where I can't call my father. He's not going to pick up the phone and be there no matter what. I saw my dad every single day growing up. You know, a lot of who I am is because of my father. I always wanted to be like my dad. He was a pastor. I wanted to be a pastor at one point. I always wanted to make my dad, proud. I saw how my dad forgave people and people trusted him and they confided in him and they looked to him for help and wisdom. And I saw how much he helps people. No matter what was going on, he constantly had a smile on his face.
Okay, now I have to ask you a couple questions, right? Which pregnancy is this? This is your fifth pregnancy. You didn't have any miscarriages, abortions. Fifth pregnancy. You have 4 children at home. Any of them are premature? What do you know your blood type is?
R2.
Okay. And your last name is spelled E-V.
B.
Oh, B-E. Yeah.
E-A-S-L-E-Y.
Beasley?
Yeah.
Cole?
No, I'm trying to make the pin right.
Oh. This took our last pillow.
Miss Bonanza. Alex, please don't film my face.
I grew up watching all my siblings compete as gymnasts. I couldn't wait for it to be my turn to also be a gymnast just like the rest of them, but I never got my chance. I began running track when I was in the 4th grade. One day in school, my teacher was handing out flyers for my town's recreation track and field team. I remember before my dad had told me he ran track in high school, so I was inspired to run. When I found out I was pregnant the second time, just because I reached a point in my life where I was really working so hard. As an athlete, it was still something that, you know, I didn't want my first, the loss of my first pregnancy to have gone in vain. So I told myself, like, I did what I did, and I can never change it. I can never take it back, even though there were so many times I wish I could go back in time. And I couldn't. So the only thing I could do was make it right any way possible. And I feel like the only way I can make it right was to be something. And even in doing that, I wasn't able to, because the pain just ran too deep. And everything I said I was going to do, all the promises I made to God, all the promises I made to myself, I couldn't keep them because I never took the time to work through the emotions that I was feeling, or the things that I dreamed about, or my thoughts. I never took the time to heal. I just automatically said, like, listen, this is what you got to do. You got to get on track. You got to run well. And you got to prove to yourself that it wasn't, you know, the big mistake that you're making it out to be, which I did. It never really, as much as I wanted to do good in track, it would have never, any accomplishment I made, it didn't over, you know, compensate for the pain that I was feeling.
You find it.
Find what? Hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say, how you doing?
Hi.
Say, my name is Jace.
My name is
How old are you?
Hi.
Do you know how old you are? Jace, how old are you?
Hi.
Say 2.
No.
2.
2.
Hey, don't touch that.
You like to say something to the camera, my wife?
No, I'm having a contraction. Already ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
I'm thick up there.
Huh?
I wasn't,
Okay, these are the bars. So what happens,
know
you
if
need to
this is
scoop
locked,
your... No, this is the bar.
Oh, okay, I can't hold on
No,
to this.
you hold on to
See, I'm
that.
so short.
You scoop your
Oh,
bottom
she's
down
so
more.
short.
Oh,
You're
okay.
short anyway, so you can.
Scoop your bottom down more.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Okay?
Get
We're
down
gonna
low.
break the bed.
Could you push the bed up a little bit more?
Yeah.
I'm just moving your bed up higher, okay? Sorry.
No, fully done.
That's good, man. This thing.
Maybe if you push this up a little
Okay,
bit,
yeah.
I could reach.
Maybe you should lower yourself down more?
Oh, see, this doesn't lock. Okay,
Okay.
right.
Now we're gonna give you. You could do it that way with the bed that high? You want me to break the bed now?
No, you can push a little bit. Let's just push with her a little bit, okay?
Why was I so chicken when you said to push?
Because you thought you were gonna push your baby right out. That's probably why, right?
She was a girl. My little mini me. I couldn't believe it when the doctor told me I was having a girl. And it's funny, my best friend was always like, it's a little speck in there. We're not going to know anything. Don't be stressed. First day, full-on baby in there. Fingers, toes, eyes. Being a single parent on campus and an athlete, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy having people stare at me. It wasn't easy bringing my daughter to class. It wasn't easy walking around with 3 bags, a car seat, because I didn't have a car in the beginning of when I first had my daughter, and I had to bounce from car to car, so I had to walk around with the car seat. It was to me, it was hard. So it was hard. I didn't really feel like I was I was a good person till my daughter was born. My whole pregnancy, I couldn't be happy. I cried so much. You know, when we're younger, we think, you know, get married, have kids, how the experience is going to be. It's going to be a beautiful thing. You know, giving life is such a beautiful thing. It's a blessing that God has given woman. But I couldn't feel that joy when I was pregnant. I couldn't feel none of that. All I could see was the life I had to give up. Until, you know, the day that my daughter was born, it was the first time, it might have been the first time where I felt joy in a long time. Very long time. Jace, my daughter, my world, my very being. I look at her every single day.
Okay, so this is different. This is a little different. They're all not the same. Okay. Lord, I thought I turned my TV off.
You ready to cry, Irma?
Come on. I'm just as strong as she is.
You know grandma's gotta cry.
Oh, no way. You see, look at that. This is what you're going to be doing, honey, after you have the baby. Exercise.
Exercise, I'm like 50 pounds.
Want me to get out of here?
That I gotta lose. You can turn it off.
Yeah, I thought it was off.
You know what? I might as well break the bed because I have time.
Alright.
Why not? And the way everyone else is doing.
How do you turn it off?
Okay,
Is that better? Is that a good position?
Keep pushing the button till it's off.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to cover yourself. You can
Yeah.
put this up here.
well, I want the camera. That's
It'll
a good
get it.
side, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not revealing everything when baby
Yeah,
No, only just certain things,
Just
not
the
everything.
What, get her good side? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
just on the side, not.
I'm not getting
Hey,
it.
get
You don't want to show the
Yeah.
world, right?
That's what I understand. Some of these
Could
husbands.
these
Her
things
friend
look
had it
closer?
done. Her friend had it done.
Or
The
is that
foot thing?
the way-
Yeah, they do. But give us a couple push and we'll break the back. Come on.
When I get the next contraction, I push.
Okay. Take a deep breath in and out.
Yeah,
In again, and then you bear down.
okay. Push like if I'm gonna go to that.
Exactly.
Have a bowel movement.
Very
I can't
good.
believe that I
She
didn't
did
push
so
the
many of
first
them
time.
before she left.
All
When
right.
you told me to push,
Okay.
I got chicken.
Does that surprise you?
My fingers in the cups.
Okay. Where is the outlet?
Okay, here it's coming.
Okay,
It's
take
not
a
very
deep,
strong.
take a deep breath in and out.
Take a big breath. Give us a good push,
Take
okay?
it in,
Come on.
breathe in.
Pull back on the
Now,
bar.
even
Yeah,
if it's not
push.
hard?
Just bear down a
Okay.
little bit.
Push. Come on. Push.
Yeah, that's it. Chin to
Push.
chest.
Push.
Chin to chest. That's it.
It's been 3 years, going on 4 since I had the abortion. I could still cry about it. I could still vividly see it all, and it could break me down. But every time I talk about it, I feel a little bit better. You know, anytime someone hears my story, I feel a little bit better that they know whatever you're going through, you can go through the same thing. And you can make it through it. Yeah. The night that I really where I felt I was ready to go through it, because I've battled with suicide for a long time. And I've always like harmed myself. I cut myself. Since like freshman year in high school, I started doing that. And nobody knew. Didn't make it visible. So I feel like I've always had the urge to harm myself, just because I've just felt empty inside. But when I was really ready, I could only see the image playing back, or the moment playing back in my head when I had an abortion. I play it back in my head over and over again. I could see the baby coming out of me. I could just see the hate I had for myself at that time. And I just didn't want to feel that way anymore. It's like every day I have to look at myself in the mirror. And it's like, how many days can you wake up and just see hate? And even though I had a beautiful daughter and I have a loving family and I have great friends, I couldn't see love in myself. And, at that time, I was tired of it. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't live not seeing anything beautiful inside of me. And at that moment, I didn't want to do it anymore. I just felt like everything would be better without me. How can I raise a daughter and I don't even like who I am? Why would I want her to be like me? And, I know people say suicide is a very selfish act, but in my head, I feel like it was selfish of me to give something so pure, giving her me something just so ruined. And I just felt it would be better to just be without me. So that's the abortion is what played over and over in my head, and that pain, it can always give me motivation. It can give me, it's weird, like inspiration to want not to be here. Like I just have to really fall into that moment, and it just turns me into somebody else. As I continue to take the pills, I broke my phone, and the screen was blacked out. I was angry. I threw my phone. It was weird because it was like something in me wanted to live. It was like something fighting with me. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But I continued to take the pills. All I wanted to see was an image of my daughter. I wanted to see an image of her, but I couldn't because all the pictures were on my cell phone. And I just kept saying, I just want to see her face. I just want to see her face. Like maybe me seeing her would make me stop, but I couldn't. No matter how hard I tried. And at that time, I had reached out to a friend on my computer. I didn't tell her what was going on. All I told her was, if you know where Tiffany is, a friend of mine, can you tell her I need her? That's all I said. So I just continued to take the pills and just it was like that inside, that little person in me was trying to get help, but not. It was like I wanted Tiffany to show up, and at the same time I didn't. And as I was passing out, I could hear the door open, and I can hear her voice. And her over me just trying to get me to respond. I could hear her voice. The next thing I remember was a woman, I think it was the ambulance, paramedic over me, getting me to respond. I had a lot of cuts all over me. Before I even began taking the pills, I started cutting myself. I don't know, I could hear them talking. I was in and out. I could hear her saying, the cuts are fine, they're just superficial. We just need to get whatever is in her system out. And then I was asleep, and then I woke up to me throwing up. They took me to the mental institution that they had there in the hospital. And I had no idea what I was in for. Right when I went in, there was grown men screaming, cursing out other people. A lot of them were drug addicts. And that was hard. And after that, I sat by myself for a long time until a woman, she had came in. She seemed normal, fine, not on anything. She just walked in of the room, and she saw me. She looked at me for a while, saw me sitting there, and then she just came and sat across from me. You know, she started telling me her story, and what she's been through, I can't compare. You know, she was raped by her father, her and her sister. So she told me she had 3 kids, and she doesn't feel connected to none of them because she doesn't know how to love. Listening to her, it's like you feel so much compassion. It's like nothing but natural born love, human nature love when you see another person. And I never saw her again. I can't remember her name. I wish I could. But I could see her face. She had blonde hair. She was pretty for an older woman. And I could remember holding her hand. That was the big change. It changed me.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Come on,
Can we do it again? Did you still the contraction?
Did you have a contraction?
No, I don't know. I was just pushing.
Alright, do it with the contraction.
Making some progress, okay?
Okay. Just wait for the contraction and you.
I'm feeling one now.
Okay.
Can I push?
Yeah,
Yep,
if
go
you
ahead
wanna
and push.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Good, that's
10.
the way to push. Keep pushing.
Great. All right. 1, 2,
A little pushing to
3,
do, okay?
4, 5, 6.
You know, to me, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Like, it's a lot of pressure to be put on me because it's not easy. Like I always say, it's not easy telling your story. I just become comfortable with it. Doesn't mean it's easy.
Why it's not easy?
Because it's still so much pain that comes from it. The pain will never change. It's the reaction to the pain that changes. That's the only thing that's changed about me. The pain still feels the same, but I react different to it. Now I still do cry sometimes, but not where I used to. I don't sit in bed all day. I don't ask God, why me, or think about suicide like that. I accept my pain and I move forward with it. It's just you grow from whatever you're going through. You either ascend or descend from it. It's really your option. And for a long time I was descending because I didn't care. I was just so depressed about it. And you know, I'm not gonna say I'm always strong every day where I'm ready to take on the problems and the pain. I still have, like I said, I still have my down days. But I have to fight now. Because now I don't feel like it's just me. Like, it's not just ever since I told my story once, and the people that contacted me about it, now I feel like it's my duty now. Like, I chose to be a leader, so now I have to stick to it. I can't run and hide. What is that going to show the people that I opened up to? So it's a lot of responsibility, but I decided I was ready to tell it. I decided I was ready to step up and share my story, share my pain. Nah, they left it on. All your life, they will tell you you're not good enough, strong enough, or talented enough. All your life, they will say no, and you will tell them yes. Know who you are. I am powerful, determined, strong, fearless, dreamer, creator, caring, honest, loving, passionate, confident, a woman, inspired, hopeful, faithful. I am Asher. The things that I've been through in my life now have built me to be a person an unbelievable strong person that I always wanted to be. So you never really know who's on your side or not, blood or not blood.
Why you trust me?
I trust you because of your passion for film. And it seems weird that I barely know you. I don't know nothing about your personal life or what you went through, or if you can ever relate to any type of situation I've been in, and know you from a hole in the wall. But it's like something about a connection where if I would meet a famous runner, I could talk to them about my deepest desires of track because I know they understand. And it's like when I talk about the films that you showed us in class, it was just like I could see like things where I was so inspired by from film and a film aspect. Like I was telling you, the Saw of the Earth, I'm obsessed with that documentary, and it's because he was so open about sharing his story and for the world to see it in a film way. I don't know.
Okay, what's the question?
The question is, what do you think about my life?
What do I think? You've got a beautiful life. That's too much of a vague, what? I'm proud of you. I believe you have a future. What else?
That's it. That's the question. You have to go and you have to really think about it.
Think about it. What do I think about your life?
Yeah.
You're blessed. What more can I say?
I don't know.
What do I think about your life? You've had a lot more opportunity than I ever had. That's the truth. Okay, cut.
Oh,
Okay.
A
A girl.
Oh, okay. Another Ariana. Beautiful. You guys. Oh, my little eyes. Ay, qué lindo. Oh,
You're welcome. You did great.
Let's hope we didn't have any tears. Okay.
45, I guess.
What's that?
Didn't call anybody.
No, didn't call me. I came running in. She was in the
I
bed.
said, she pushed and the head was right there, so I said, go call, he went to the camera and said, go call Dr. Z.
No, I would've
Go
called
for the camera. I don't believe you.
I didn't even make it.
Okay.
All right.
Baby's okay, obviously.